How y'all doing, my people? I hope y'all doing okay. I bring to y'all today back that Texas Football League Season 1 pen and paper football. This was a game that, of course, I was inspired by Jason Graham, another YouTube creator genius. Um, I'm pretty sure the pen and paper football, I think, is a different creator, but Jason Graham has always done a great introduction to the games, made a lot of videos about it. That's why it really caught my attention a lot. And I just said, you know what? Let me go ahead and start a league for it. Even though I am not playing by the rules, the exact rules of the pen and paper football, because I know he uses like I think 3D6s or something to give each position their ratings, and they give them a plus and all this stuff, and which players are stars, and and so on. and I'm not doing any of those things because number one, I don't have the physical book with me, but of course, I'm pretty sure, a lot of players, a lot of, people have the book and they have, done a couple of videos and reviewed the book and all that good stuff. So, but today we're gonna, go ahead and do it this type of, format where I'm just gonna be simulating through quarters, and see how many points they score every quarter, and then I have my right here my scoring highlights here, my play action card. So see what it was: a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, it was a kickoff, punt return touchdown, or a defensive touchdown. Who knows? So the cards are gonna define that. They're gonna decide for that for those points. So let's go ahead. And the only thing I'll flip a card for how many, how long was the field goal kick for, how many yards. So, but here on the side, as you see, I always write down, their statistics. What they had the most. Rushing, passing touchdowns, turnovers. I write everything here on the side. Now, those are scoring highlights. Now, here we're going into week 4, but before we go into week 4, I want to show you what happened in week 3. Week 3, we had the Devil Dogs just came in there and just gave, I guess, the Genoa Wild Ducks their first loss of the season. It was a lower scoring game. The Ducks got shut out 7-0. The Dogs got their first win of the season. They went to 1-2, and the Genoa Wild Ducks dropped to 2-1. The Stoke Punishers. It was a lower scoring game here too. The Punishers and the Connerwell Road Airhawks. The Airhawks beat them 10-3. Both of them went to 2-1. The Punishers got their first loss of the season. Now, the West Fuquay Razor Wings. This team just doesn't know how to find the door for victory. They just are winless, 0-3. They got blown out by those Waterloo Blue Sharks, 31-10. The Blue Sharks went to 2-1. Wings dropped to 0-3. The Harm Clark Athletes, they went over there, another scoring, Lawrence scoring game. They beat the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, Burley, 10-6. The Athletes, they went to 2-1, and the Bulls dropped to 1-2. In the final game, the Buffalo Speedway Rams, they got blown out by the Alameda Eagles, 20-3. After the Rams were undefeated too, and they got the first loss of the season. And the Eagles, they got their first win of the season, 1-2. So let's go ahead and we have week 4. As you see right there, we have the schedule already done. The Alameda Eagles, they're going to visit the Del Papa Devil Dogs, over there at their home. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls, they're visiting the Harm Clark Athletes. The Waterloo Blue Sharks visiting the Stoke Punishers. The Genoa Wild Ducks are visiting the Buffalo Speedway Rams. And the final game, the Connerwell Road Airhawks are visiting those winless West Fuquay Razor Wings. So let's go ahead and, of course, you already know I'm going to use my D20 scoring chart, football chart. So here I have my cards here, my 5x8 index cards. And here I have, of course, the teams. And I'm going to show you what the Alameda Eagles got. They have their head coach, Yvonne Martinez. They're a run and shoot team offense. They run a nickel 4-2-5 defense. Their offense and defense, they're an F on offense and a B on defense, but that's on another league that we play for those ratings. But here in a pen and paper football, they're a +1 and a 0 on defense. Their quarterback is Vince United. Running back is Andre Omar. Receivers is Siki Valdez, Christian Barrios, Guile Candy, and Happy Norris. For the Del Papa Devil Dogs, their offense and defense, their offense is D and their defense is a C. For another league play, but they're here in pen and paper football. They're 0-0, so they don't have no modifier ratings. Their head coach is Kurt Davis. They run a balanced offense, nickel 4-2-5 defense. Their quarterback is Freddie Anderson, running back Jimmy Crawford, receivers Reggie Manning, Andrew Ferguson. Their tight ends is Cedric Lamar and Randy Michigan. So let's go ahead and get this game started, ladies and gentlemen. The Alameda Eagles are looking to get their second straight win in a row, trying to go to 2-2, and the Devil Dogs are trying to go back to 500, 2-2, after they got their, that pretty not convincing win, but they were still able to get the victory 7-0 over the Ducks. So here, the green die here, the green D20 will be for the Alameda Eagles, and the orange one will be for the Del Papa Devil Dogs, and we have our offensive and defensive die here, okay? So let's go ahead and get this game started, ladies and gentlemen. Week 4 here at the Texas Football League, pen and paper football, season 1. All right, here we go. So the Alameda Eagles are going to call for heads. Heads will be offense and tails will be for defense. They call for heads. That will be heads. So they'll be the first ones to get the ball first in the first half for the kickoff. So here we go. The Alameda Eagles, what are they going to do here in the first quarter? Let's see. Let's see if they can put up some points. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. That's going to be a 7, a +1, 8. That's still not going to be anything. That's 0 points, and that was on offense, so I'm pretty sure it's a missed field goal. Yep, a missed field goal from 37. So they missed it from the 20-yard line. Their kicker, place kicker, is Mickey Day, so he misses a field goal there. All right, so here we go. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? Let's see right now. With their quarterback, Freddie Anderson. They're a balanced offense here. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. They let it go, and that will be a 9 offense, no modifier. So that will be 0 as well. So that's offense. So he kicked, I'm pretty sure he missed the field goal. Let's see. That was a missed field goal from the 32-yard line. Can you believe that? So they missed it from the 15-yard line. Man, all this. Their kicker is place kicker Jack Clemens. So man, both kickers are just not having not a great day in kicking. Here we go. We're going now to the second quarter. After 1, it's still scoreless 0-0. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. The quarterback Vince United back out there in the field. Let's see what he can do with his offense here. Here comes the Alameda Eagles trying to put up some points here. They let it go, and that will be a 13. No modifier, no defense for the Dogs. 13, and that will be a field goal. Okay. But they at least they're walking with some points. How much was that field goal for? It was a field goal for 51 yards. So finally their place kicker, Mickey Day, hits it from the 34-yard. So they're up first 3-0 on the Del Papa Devil Dogs. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. Their head coach, Kurt Davis, had a little talk with them at the huddle, telling them, come on, guys, you got to step it up. All right, still early in the game, but we have to start scoring. Here we go. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. They let it go, and that will be a 5 defense, no modifier the Eagles, but it doesn't matter. That's nothing. So it's on defense. This was a fumble loss. Can you believe that? So the Del Papa Devil Dogs, they get a fumble here. They fumble the ball. All right. So that's right now at halftime. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. It is 3-0 right now for the moment. And yep, the Eagles back in week 3, they won. They blew out the Rams by 17, 20-3. They scored 17 in the first quarter, and then from there they scored another 3 around the fourth quarter. But still, this team right here, the Eagles, I kind of saw that they started to kind of trying to get back, on track. and try to get in the winning column. And I think they're doing that. But of course, right now it's still early to talk. It's still early in the game. We got 2 more quarters left to play. Here we go. The Del Papa Devil Dogs. They're going to receive the second half kickoff. Their returnman is Mark Taylor, but of course we're not going to do no kickoffs here unless we flip it here on the cards here on the scoring highlight play action cards. Here we go. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. They got to start scoring. And that will be an 18. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. 18 will be 14 points for the Del Papa Devil Dogs. Wow, 14 points for the Del Papa Devil Dogs. Let's see those touchdowns. It was 2 of them. It was a run for 18 yards and a punt return for 64 yards. Oh my God. So that was Mark Taylor on a punt return touchdown. And of course, let's see who ran this touchdown in for. Who ran it? It was a 10. Of course, that was Jamie Crawford with the rushing touchdown. So I'm going to just put here punt return for a touchdown and then a TD run. All right, there you go. So TD run right there. All right. So right now it is 14-3 Devil Dogs over the Alameda Eagles. Here we go. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Let's see. They let it go, and that will be a 4 offense plus 1-5. Doesn't matter. No points. Why was there no points? Let's see. It was a missed field goal for 41 yards, so they missed from the 24. Wow. Their place kicker, Mickey Day, I'm telling you, he's not having a day at all. Just a really horrible day for him kicking. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. Their final 4 quarter. They want to go ahead and capitalize and just seal up this win here. Scoring another touchdown or more. Let's see. Here comes the Del Papa Devil Dogs. They let it go, and that will be a 4. That's going to be nothing. All right. So that's going to be 14 points for the Del Papa Devil Dogs. So they got a TD run. They got a fumble. And then they got a punt return for a touchdown. Okay. So right now, for the moment, it's 14-3. It's not over yet. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. All they're gonna need, they're down by 11. So 17 will not save them. They'll still be down by 1. They will have to hit an 18 or higher for them to at least get a win. Here we go, to get on the lead and then win. Here comes the Alameda Eagles. What are they gonna do? They need a miracle. That's gonna be a 20. Oh my God! Look at this. +1, but that's the maximum is 20. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They hit a 20. Did you see it right here? I'm going to show you. Look at that. They hit a 20. And man, they are going to win this one, ladies and gentlemen. 24-14. What a miracle comeback for the Alameda Eagles. And let's see those touchdowns. All right, 3 touchdowns. It was a pass for 1 yard. It was a run for 46 and a run for 23 yards. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got TD pass right here. And then we got 2 TD runs right here. 2 rushing touchdowns. So, oh my God, look at that. They're going to take this win right there at the final 4 quarter. A miracle. They put up 21 to win this one over the Devil Dogs. 24-14, and the Alameda Eagles now they're gonna go to 2-2, while the Devil Dogs are gonna drop now to 1-3. Oh my God, what a bad game there for the Devil Dogs. After they put up 14 in the third quarter, from there they couldn't score no more. So there you go. That was week 4 for the Alameda Eagles with a huge win there, 24-14 over the Devil Dogs. The next game will be the Anderson Road Rushing Bulls going against the Harm Clark Athletes. They're going to be the visitors. Here you go. All right. So now the let's see. So the Anderson Road Russian Bulls are coming in here with a record of 1-2. This is a rematch. Remember the Harm Clark Athletes. They were the visitors. They went over there to visit the Bulls. They beat them by a lone scoring game, 10-6. But now the Athletes are coming back. They're coming home now, and the Bulls are now going to visit them. So let's see if the Harm Clark Athletes. They're 2-1, and the Bulls are 1-2. The Russian Bulls are going to be the orange dye here and the green dye for the Harm Clark Athletes. So here I'm going to give you a presentation of the game. Of the teams. And we have, for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls, their offense and defense both are average C and C. In pen and paper football, there is 0 on offense, but man, their defense, they have a -1. Their head coach is Dick Mayweather. They run a Wildcat offense, nickel 3-3-5 defense. Quarterback is Victor Queen. Running backs are Walter Brown, Joe Rush, because they do run a lot. Receivers is Mario Dickerson's, Brandon Jones, and their tight end Greg Newton. Now for the Harm Clark Athletes, they're averaging offense a C, defense is a D, but they're a +2 on offense and a 0 on defense here in pen and paper football. And now they are on a run-heavy offense, dime 4-1-6 defense. Their head coach is William Yates. Their quarterback is Jason Whitaker. Running back Michael Harvey. Their fullback Larry Sawyer. Their receivers is Joseph Carter, Al Franklin. Their tight end Gerald Mason. So let's go ahead and get this game started. Let's see if the Harm Clark Athletes can get their 3rd win and go 2 games over 500. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They're trying to get back to 500. Here comes the Bulls. They're going to call for tails. They get tails, so they'll be the first one to get the first half kickoff. All right, here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? How many points they're going to score? Let's see. Here comes with their quarterback, Victor Queen. They let it go, and that will be a 16. Good job. Yeah, 16. No modifier in their offense, but a 16 will pretty much be enough. 16, yeah, that'll be a touchdown for the Russian Bulls. Oh, man, let me go ahead and shuffle this cards. I forgot. Sorry about that. So that's a touchdown right there, and we're about to find out with this scoring highlight play action card, see what it was. What type of touchdown did they put out there in the field? Let's see. Man, I'm telling you right now, this pen and paper football, man, I'm loving it every day, man. I know I'm just in week 4. I should have already been in the playoffs. If I really love it, I should have been playing it every day or all day. But, man, I just don't have the time, because I'll be busy at work and I get off real late. I get off around 6 or something. But, you got to do what you got to do to make that money. So here we go. What kind of touchdown it was? It was a run for 99 yards. So we'll put here TD run. A TD run. And I just want to find out, who got the rushing touchdown? Who ran for that long? It was a 9. Oh, my God. Look at that. Their second running back, Joe Rush. He was the one with the 99-yard touchdown. Okay. That's good. So here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Here we go. Harm Clark Athletes. They let it go. That's going to be an 8 -1 by the Bulls. That's a 7. Doesn't matter. No points. So it was on defense. So what was it a turnover? No, a punt for 54 yards. Okay, not bad at all. They try to get that, they had to punt it. They were forced to do it. Here we go. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they going to do here? How many points they're going to rack up in the second quarter? They got a big rushing touchdown by their number 2 running back, Joe Rush. 99 yards. So here we go. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. That's going to be a 12. 12 will be a field goal. There you go. And now they're up 10-0. How long was that field goal? Let's see. The field goal was for 29 yards. So they just kicked it, from the 12-yard line. So they said they were trying to go for it, but they said, no, let's go ahead and just settle for 3. Here comes the Harm Clark Athletes. What are they going to do here in the second quarter before halftime? Now they're down by 10 points. Here we go. The Harm Clark Athletes. They got to put some points here. Their head coach, William Yates, talking to his quarterback, Jason Whitaker, letting them know, come on. You got to start getting more aggressive in offense. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be a 1. Absolutely nothing. So that's gonna be, what is it? That's gonna be no points. Defense, that was a punt for 60 yards, and I had to punt it again. So right now at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10-0. And the Harm Clark athletes are gonna be receiving the second half kickoff. The athletes are really not showing any signs of trying to, put some points because they're being shut out. All right, so here we go. Here comes the Harm Clark athletes to get the second half kickoff. What are they going to do? Here comes the Harm Clark athletes in the third quarter. How many points are going to rack up? Let's see. They let it go, and that will be a 4. Defense -1 to 3. Don't matter. No points at all. Wow, the Harm Clark athletes are struggling. Why was there no points? It was a fumble recovery by the defense, return for 26, but we're just gonna put here a fumble. Oh my God! So they got their fumble with a turnover. So they're really not playing the best football at all. Here we go. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they gonna do here in the third quarter? Let's see what they do. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be a 9. Defense, no modifier. But that will be 9, so that will be no points. All right. Why was there no points? And this was on the defense, a punt for 53 yards. Okay. They were forced to punt. Here we go. The Harm Clark athletes, what are they going to do here in the fourth quarter? This is going to be their last shot, their last opportunity. Here it comes. The Harm Clark athletes, they need to start putting up some points. They need to hit at least, well, they don't want to hit a 17 because if they go, like I said, my rules here, my house rules is that if they go to overtime, it'll be a tie. So I'm not going to be doing no overtime, games. So here we go. Needs to hit a 18 or higher to win the game. To try to get on the lead. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be an 11. Defense -1, and guess what? They could have got a field goal at least, but it was on defense -1 by the Bulls. So they went down to a 10, and no points for the Harm Clark athletes right there. Defense, why was there, what kind of, it was a punt for 50 yards. And they got a fumble in this game. Here comes the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. What are they going to do here in the fourth quarter? Let's see how many more points they can put. I mean, they already won the game, but let's see if they can rack up more. Here we go. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls, they let it go. Look at this. They hit a 19, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be 17 points. And that's going to be 27 right there for the Anderson Road Russian Bulls. And guess what? They're going to blow out. They're going to shut out the Harm Clark athletes 27-0. Oh, my God. Let's see those. Let's see which one. Okay, so offense will be for touchdowns. Defense will be for field goals. Let's see what comes up first. All right, the field goal will come up first. Let's see. It was field goal for 51 yards. Good job by their place kicker, Bobby Hanks. Now let's look now at the 3 touchdowns. They had a pass for 59, punt return for 73 yards, a touchdown, and a run for 18. So here we're gonna have 2 TD runs. All right, 2 TD runs. And then we're going to have, 2 TD runs. And then we're going to have a TD pass. And then we're going to have a punt return for a touchdown. Man, unbelievable. So their return man, Dante Woodson, returns it for a touchdown. Let's see, who got the rushing touchdown here? The rushing touchdown, 10. Oh my God, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, their number 2 running back, um, you know, Joe Rush. That's unbelievable. Now, the passing touchdown, who caught this one? It was a 6, and that was caught by Brandon Jones, their number 2 receiver. So, man, unbelievable. Look at this. The Anderson Road Rushing Bulls are going to come here and blow out the Home Clock Athletes 27-0. And now the Bulls are going to go to 2-2, and the Home Clock Athletes as well. They're going to drop to 2-2. All right, now we're going to our third game. We're going to our third game here, and we have the Waterloo Blue Sharks visiting the Southwold Punishers, like that. And let's see who's gonna win this game right here. All right, I'm gonna try to hurry up and speed it up a little bit because I'm about 40 minutes away from. I gotta head to work, but I gotta be there before. I go in at 7, but I gotta be there 10 minutes before, so I can clock in, because I'm not that far from work, but still, because sometimes traffic, there'd be a lot of cars, and the freaking headlights. I mean, not the headlights, but I mean the traffic lights. It takes so long. Like, it could be on red and it'll stay like that for a while. For it to turn on green light, man, you really be having a really rough time out there. I mean, traffic out here in Texas is really, really bad. All right, so let's go ahead and give a presentation of the teams. We have the Waterloo Blue Sharks here. The Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're 2-1, as well as the Punishers are 2-1. The Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're A on offense, D on defense. They're a +1 on offense, 0 here in pen and paper. Run heavy offense, that's what they run. Dime 4-1-6 defense. Head coach Noah Underwood. Their quarterback DJ Orton. Their running back Ray Alexander. Fullback Cody Wallace. Receivers is Marvin Bradley, Jerry Jordan, and their tight end Arthur King. Now for the Southwold Punishers, their offense is a B, defense is average, a C, no modifiers at all, 0-0. They're a balanced offense, 4-3 base defense. Head coach is Nico Sabala. Their quarterback is Matt Wilson. Running back is Richie Williams. Receivers is Andre Wallace, Derek Johnson. Tight ends is Bernard Milton and Brandon Spencer. So let's go ahead and get this game started right here, ladies and gentlemen. Our third game here in week 4. Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're going to call for heads. And no, this time the coin toss is won by the Punishers. They defer to receive. So here comes the Southwold Punishers. Their quarterback, Matt Wilson. What is he going to do here in the first quarter for the Punishers? Here we go. They let it go, and that will be a 4. Defense, nothing. Why was there no... Oh, my God, look at this. That was an interception. So I'm going to put here 0 points. So that was an INT. So, man, the quarterback, Matt Wilson, gets picked off by this defense of the Waterloo Blue Sharks. All right, so here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? How many points are they going to rack up? Here we go. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be a 9. Defense, no modifier, so that will be no points for the Blue Sharks. That was on defense. Why was there no points? It was a turnover on downs. Oh, my God. They turned the ball over on downs. Put TOD. And now we're going to the second quarter. Here comes the Southwold Punishers. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? The quarterback, Matt Wilson, he got picked off. Let's see if we can stop throwing interceptions. Too many. Here we go. Here comes Matt Wilson. Lets it go, and that will be a 10. Offense, no modifier. And that will be no points at all for the Punishers. That was on offense. They missed a field goal from 28 yards, so they missed it from the 11-yard line. Can you believe that? Their place kicker, Boy Howard. Unbelievable. Okay. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? Still no score between these two teams. Here we go. The Waterloo Blue Sharks, they let it go, and that will be a 9. An offense, a +1, that would be a 10. But still, that would not be enough. And it's 0-0 at halftime. No points yet, and that was on offense. That was a missed field goal from 23 yards. So they missed it from the 6-yard line. Can you believe that? Place kicker Kyle Crosby. Unbelievable. This kicker is really not kicking that many good. They're not really kicking enough field goals to get points. So here we go. We're going into the second half, and the Waterloo Blue Sharks are going to get the second half kickoff. Here we go. Let's see what happens here in this one. All right. Here we go. The Waterloo Blue Sharks. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Their quarterback, DJ Orton, talking to his teammates, trying to set up a great game plan so they can start scoring points. It is 0-0. Here we go. The Waterloo Blue Sharks, they let it go, and that's what they're going to do. Look at this. 19 plus 1, that's 20, 21 points for the Waterloo Blue Sharks here in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. That's what I'm talking about. The Waterloo Blue Sharks, this is a team that just loves to score points. This is a team that in the first half, they'll probably start slow. In the second half, that's when they completely get loose and they unleash, that force of them trying to score some points. And here we go. What is going to be the touchdown score? So it's going to be a kickoff return for a 98-yard touchdown. That's the return man, Marvin Simpsons. The second one is a run for 23 yards, and the third one will be a pass for 2 yards. So pretty much one of each. So the Waterloo Blue Sharks, they're going to get TD. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to just put TD run, TD pass, and then I'll put a kickoff return for a touchdown. Unbelievable. And they put up 21 points there in the third quarter. Here we go. The Southwell Punishers. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Let's see. Here we go. They got to roll high. They let it go, and that will be an 11 offense, no modifier. That was an 11. They at least get a field goal. It's 21-3. Here we go. The Waterloo Blue Sharks. How much was that field goal for? It was for 45 yards, so they kicked it from the 28. Here we go. Here comes the Waterloo Blue Sharks. They want to score more and secure this win. Let's see if they can do it. Their quarterback, DJ Orton, out there in the huddle with his teammates. Here we go. What are they going to do here? They let it go, and that's going to be a 2. No points at all. That's going to be 21 points for them. So it's a turnover on downs, and it was a TD run, TD pass, and then a kickoff return for a touchdown for the Waterloo Blue Sharks. So there you go. And now we're going to the South Coastal Punishers, and it's not over yet. They need a hit at least. They got to hit a 20. They can't hit a 17 because they'll still be down by 1. So here we go. The South Coastal Punishers, their quarterback, Matt Wilson. Head coach, Nico Sabala. He was out there talking to all his guys, his offense, telling them, come on, look, you got to do it like this. We got to do it like that. This fourth quarter, this is our last chance. All right, we don't want to lose this game. Here we go. We don't want to drop 2 games in a row. Here we go. Here it comes. Can they get a miracle? They got a 20. No, that's going to be a 12. Defense, no modifier. So that would be a 12. That's 3 points only. And they're just going to come up with 6. What was that field goal for? Field goal was for 58 yards. So it was hit from the 41 from Boy Howard. So there you go. That's the final score right there, 21-6, Blue Sharks over the Punishers. The Waterloo Blue Sharks They're now gonna go to 3-1, and the South Coastal Punishers are gonna drop their second straight loss in a row. They're gonna drop to 2-2. All right, so let's go ahead, man. I'll try to hurry up because it's about to be time. It's already, oh, we got 6:29. I gotta hurry. The Genoa Wild Ducks, they're gonna be visiting the Buffalo Speedway Rams here. Okay. So here we go. We have the West Fuquay Raisin Wings. Their offense is a B. Their defense is an A, outstanding. A +1 and a 0 on defense. Wildcat offense, 3-4 base defense. That's what they run. Their head coach is Dion Oakley. Their quarterback, Michael Clinton. Running backs, Tyrone Curtis, Justin Johnson. Receivers, Russell Porter, Randy Harper. And their tight end is Tommy Stewart. For the Buffalo Speedway Rams, both their offense and defense is average, C and C. No modifiers at all in pen and paper. West Coast offense, 3-4 base defense, what they run. Head coach, Shepard Teddy. Their quarterback is Mark Montana. Running back, Bernard Wayne. Receivers is Martin Jefferson, Devontae Rice Jr., Jacob Longs, and their tight end, Derek Moon. So let's go ahead and get this game started, ladies and gentlemen. The West Fuquay Raisin Wings will be the green one, the orange for the Rams. So here comes the West Fuquay Raisin Wings. They call for heads, and they will get heads. Here comes the Wild Ducks coming in here at 2-1, and the Rams are also coming at 2-1. Here we go. Here comes the West Fuquay Raisin Wings. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? Let's see. Oh my God. You know what? I got the wrong card. Oh my God. I am so sorry. That's not the West Fuquay Raisin Wings. I am so sorry, my people. Oh my God. What am I doing? It's the Genoa Wild Ducks. Not the West Fuquay Raisin Wings. They're winless. How in the world they're 2-1? I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. I kind of misread that. Here we go. The Genoa Wild Ducks. Well, let's go ahead and give. That was the wrong presentation of their card. Their offense and defense, they're a B and B. No modifier at all in pen and paper. West Coast offense, 4-3 base defense. Their head coach is Tracy Evans. Now we got it right. And their quarterback, DeCarpia White. Running back, T.M. Thomas. Receivers, Jadavian Moss, Chris Wellington, Tony Duncan. And their tight end is Austin Morris. So here we go. We're about to get this game started. Here we go. The Genoa Wild Ducks. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? That's going to be a 6. No points. Okay. Why was there no points? Punt for 39 yards. Okay, no problem. Here comes the Buffalo Speedway Rams. What are they going to do here in the first quarter? Let's see. Their quarterback, Mark Montana. They're running a West Coast offense. Here we go. They let it go, and that's going to be a 19. Oh, my God, if they would have had a modifier. But it don't matter. That's going to be 17 points for the Buffalo Speedway Rams. Okay. So what comes first? Offense. Okay, so the touchdowns will come first. It was 2 touchdowns and a field goal. The first touchdown, it was a run for 27. And then, well, it was 2 rushing touchdowns. Okay. So we're going to put here... Okay, so we're going to put here 2 TD runs, okay? 2 TD runs. Okay, good job by the Buffalo Speedway Rams, and the field goal was for 38 yards, so they kicked it from the 21. Here comes the Genoa Wild Ducks. They're down by 17. 17-0. Here we go. Here comes the Carpio White and his halfback, T.M. Thomas. What are they going to do? Here we go. Here comes the Ducks. In the second quarter, oh my God, that's going to be a 20. Oh my God, look at this. They're going to hit 21 points. Yep, that's good right there. What was the 3 touchdowns for? Pass for 39, run for a yard, and a kickoff return for a touchdown. So their return man, Gabriel Lewis, returns it to the house. So they got a touchdown of each. So we're gonna put here TD pass, TD run, And then we're going to put a kickoff return for a touchdown. Okay, good job there by the Genoa Wild Ducks. Okay, now we're going to the second quarter for the Buffalo Speedway Rams. Let's see how many points they're going to score here. Let's see, Mark Montana back out there in the field. Let's see how he can conduct his, drive his team to more red zone opportunities. Here we go. They let it go, and that's going to be a 14. Defense, no modifier. 14. That will be a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? The Rams are going to take the lead again. That was a rushing touchdown there. So that's already, oh my God, look at this. 3 rushing touchdowns already for the Rams here. I'm pretty sure it was the running back, Bernard Wayne. So there you go. Now we're going to head to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. The Rams are going to get the second half kickoff. And right now the Rams have taken a lead again, 24-21. And I think this might be a high-scoring game here, if you ask me. But let's see what's going to happen here. All right, here comes the Rams. All right, let's get it done. Let's try to hurry because, man, it's about to be time. Here comes the Rams. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Let's see. They let it go, and that will be a 14, and that will be defense no modifier. 14 will be another touchdown. Can you believe this? It is now 31-21. What was that touchdown for? It was a rushing touchdown again. What is going on, man? Wow, look at this. 4 rushing touchdowns by this, running team of the Rams. I'm pretty sure Bernard Wayne or Mark Montana at least got 1 or 2 out of those 4. But unbelievable. The Rams are doing it on the ground here, rushing. Just getting in the red zone, scoring some. Right now they have scored 28 off of 4 rushing touchdowns and a field goal. They're up by 10. 31-21. Here we go. The Genoa Wild Ducks. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Man, this looked like a high-scoring game already. Here comes the Wild Ducks. What are they going to do here? They let it go, and that will be an 8. Nope, no modifier, so that will be no points at all for the Genoa Wild Ducks. This was on defense. It's a punt for 54 yards. Here comes the Buffalo Speedway Rams. What are they going to do here in the last full quarter? They want to go ahead and seal it up. Can they get their 5th rushing touchdown? We'll see about that right now. Here comes the Buffalo Speedway Rams. What are they going to do here? Can they put up more points? And they will again. Look at this. 18 defense, no modifier. 18, that will be 14 points. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Probably is the only team right now in the whole season in 4 weeks that have scored the most points than anybody. 31. That is 45 points right there. Oh my God, just a blowout. What was those touchdowns for? It was a pass for 32 and a run for 70. So that's it right there. So 5 TD runs by the Rams and then 1 TD pass. Unbelievable. Look at this. 5 rushing touchdowns. They were just running that ball all over that Genoa Wild Ducks defense. 45 points for the Buffalo Speedway Rams. Here comes the Genoa Wild Ducks. They know it's pretty much over with. Let's see if they can put up, at least a few more points and not make it look too bad. Getting blown out 45-21 for the moment. Here comes the Genoa Wild Ducks. They will get a 10 offense, no modifier. So that will be no points. And that will just be 21 right there. So they got a TD pass, a TD run, and then they got a kickoff return for a touchdown. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Genoa Wild Ducks. They're going to drop to 2-2, and the Rams are going to improve, go to 3-1, and they blow out those Ducks by 24, 45-21. Unbelievable. 5 rushing touchdowns by the Buffalo Speedway Rams. Here we go. Now we're going to our last game. Got to hurry up because it's about to be time. Oh yeah, it's about to be time. About to be 6:40. All right, so the last game we have the West Fuquay Razor Wings and the Connerville Road Airhawks. The Airhawks as the visitors. So here in this game, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Carnival Road Airhawks. Their offense is an F. Their defense is a C. But they're great in pen and paper football. They have a +2 on offense, -2 on defense. Their head coach is Vincent Hall. They are run and shoot offense, 46 bear defense. Their quarterback is Kobe Murray Jr. Running back is Abraham Coles. Their receivers DeAndre Adams, Joe Flowers, Aaron Smarts, and Christian Strawberry. Now for the West Fuquay Razor Wings, their offense and defense is just superior in another league when we play them. You know those ratings. They're B on offense, A on defense. Pen and paper football, they're a +1 on offense, 0 on defense. They are a Wildcat offense, 3-4 base defense. Their head coach is Dion Oakley, and their quarterback is Michael Clinton. Running backs Tyrone Curtis, Justin Johnson, their second running back. And their receivers is Russell Porter, Randy Harper, Tommy Stewart. Yep, and that's their front, what is it? Their front 6 right there on the offense, plus, you know, their offensive linemen. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen in this one. Can the Razor Wings get their first win of the season? So the Carnival Airhawks will be this one. The Razor Wings will be this one. Carnival Road Airhawks, they call for tails. And nope. So the Razor Wings are going to be the first ones to get the first half kickoff. Here comes the Razor Wings. What are they going to do here? They have a +1 on pen and paper football in their modifier. Let's see, their quarterback, Michael Clinton. Here we go. They let it go, and that will be a 7. -2 on the modifier. That's 5, but it don't matter. That is no points. That was on defense. Why was there no points? Punt for 61, okay. No problem. Here comes the Carnival Road Airhawks. Carnival Road Airhawks, they're 2-1. And the Razor Wings, they're winless, 0-3. Here we go with the quarterback, Kobe Murray Jr. They let it go, and that will be a 4. Oh, my God. No points at all. That was on defense, so that was a fumble there by the Carnival Road Airhawks. That's not good. So they get a turnover there. Here comes the West Fuquay Razor Wings. What are they going to do here in the second quarter? They got to get some points here. Let's see if they can do it. Here we go. Here comes the West Fuquay Razor Wings, and there are 12 offense +1. That's a 13. Still the same thing. It's a field goal only. So they're the first ones to get on board, 3-0. The field goal was for 41 yards. They kick it from the 24. Here we go, the Carnival Road Airhawks. What are they going to do here before halftime? They're down by a field goal, 3-0. Let's see how many points they can put up here. Let's see. They let it go, and that will be an 11. No modifier in the defense, so 11 will be a field goal. And they are tied 3-3 at halftime. Field goal for 51 yards by their place kicker, Ramiro Guerrero. Now we're going to play. Second half will be received by the Carnival Road Airhawks. Here we go. Here comes the Carnival Road Airhawks. They're going to receive the second half kickoff with the return man, Patrick Boykin. Here we go. Oh my God, I dropped that dice. Unbelievable. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Here comes the Carnival Road Airhawks. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? Let's see. They let it go, and that will be a 10. Offense +2, 12. They just got a field goal. And that's going to be 6-3 now. How long was the field goal? Field goal for 58 yards. So it was from the 41. Good job by Ramiro Guerrero. Here comes the Razor Wings. What are they going to do here in the third quarter? They're down by 3, 6-3. Let's see what they can do here. They're trying to get their first win of the season. They're winless, 0-3. Here we go. Razor Wings. Let it go, and that will be a 1. Might still be a -1 or -0, but that is no points at all, man. The Razor Wings been struggling all year trying to get some points. That was on defense. That was a forced fumble recovery. So the Razor Wings are going to get a fumble here. Right? Unbelievable. They get a turnover. Here it comes. The Carterwell Road Airhawks. Let's see if they can score a few more points. They want to score more because they want to secure this win. You never know. The Razor Wings can try to come back and try to win this game. Here we go. The Carterwell Road Airhawks. What are they going to do here in the fourth quarter? Here we go. They let it go, and that will be an 8 defense, no modifier. So that's no points there. And that's going to be 6 points with a fumble, with a turnover there. Here we go. The West Fuquay Razor Wings. This is going to be their big opportunity right there. They got to hit at least a 14 or higher for them to get the win. They can't hit a 13 or lower because that will be just a tie and will be, there will be no overtime like game. You know what I mean? So here we go. The Razor Wings. They need a miracle here. The Carterwell Road Airhawks. Their head coach, Vincent Hall, trying to set up a real good defensive, formation. So they would not allow them to sneak up a touchdown or anything that will beat them. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes the row, and that will be a 5. Defense -2 will be a 3. So, man, look at this. And they're only going to score 3 points with a fumble. So, the Carterwell Road Airhawks, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, they're going to go now to 3-1. And the Razor Wings are going to continue to be winless. They suffer their 4th straight loss. They go to 0-4. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's week 4 right there on the pen and paper football here, the Texas Football League. Right? We had the Eagles beating the Devil Dogs 24-14. We're going to give you a scoring highlight recap. Eagles and Devil Dogs. Well, the Eagles went to 2-2. Devil Dogs dropped to 1-3. The Anderson Road Russian Bulls. They came in shutting out the Harm Clark Athletes 27-0. Bulls went to 2-2, as well as the Athletes 2-2. The Waterloo Blue Sharks came from beating the Salvador Punishers 21-6. The Sharks went to 3-1, and the Punishers dropped to 2-2. The Genoa Wild Ducks came and really almost really a blowout shootout. We thought it was gonna really be a close one, but no. The Buffalo Speedway Rounds blew them out by 24, 45-21. The Ducks dropped to 2-2, and the Rams improved to 3-1. In the final game, the Carterwell Road Airhawks, in a really low scoring game, just field goals and turnovers. The Carterwell Road Airhawks beat the winless West Fuquay Razor Wings 6-3. The Hawks went to 3-1, and the Razor Wings dropped to 0-4. So there you go. That is week 4 here in the Texas Football League in pen and paper football. D20 right here. Football here. What you got to roll, D20 football. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you don't mind. I will definitely do more of these videos later on. And so on soon. I'm going to be moving to different projects and everything, other sports. So, yeah, I'll catch you on the next episode, you know what I mean? And hopefully y'all stay safe and blessed, all right? And y'all have a great day, you know what I mean? And from y'all server, y'all friend, John Flo from Dice Sports Generation. Thank you so much for all my subscribers and to all my friends, Don, Jackson, all those guys, Alan, Jason Graham, all those guys that have been tuning in and just swinging by, just supporting the channel and everything. Appreciate y'all. And I'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.